Hey class, I'm going to tell you what we'll be doing for our e-learning day. So, first of all, if you have any questions throughout the day, click on this link in Google Classroom. It will take you to backchannelchat.com. It's a website we've used before. And there you can communicate with me, you can ask me questions. If you don't understand a reading, you can write down what you're confused on there and I can try to help you. If you don't want to use Backchannel, and you have a question for me, you can also email me as another option. Alright, so today you will have an Edpuzzle on Lewis and Clark, so I'd like everyone to start with that. That's a review of some of the things that we've discussed, but it also goes more in depth and describes more information about that journey. So make sure that you go over that Edpuzzle first. You're going to find out why Lewis and Clark went on the journey, what they came away with, what they discovered, and if it was a success or not. Once you've done that and you have some background information, you will click on an assignment that I will post here tomorrow morning, and it's called the Lewis and Clark Project. Now, for this project, you are going to imagine that you are living in the time of Thomas Jefferson, and instead of choosing Lewis and Clark to lead the expedition, he is going to choose you. So you're going to imagine that you are the leader of this expedition and you went all the places that they did, and you were the person in charge of leading this Corps of Discovery. So you are going to keep a journal that documents all of the things that you see and did on your trip. We're going to use Padlet to make our journal because we've used it before and I think everyone is pretty familiar with it. If you click on this link, it should take you to Padlet. And when you're creating your Padlet site, you're going to want to log in if you're not logged in already. I think most of you have already created accounts. But go ahead and log in or create a new account if you need to. And then you'll click in this top right hand corner right here that says New Padlet, and that will let you get started on your Padlet. Now, if you forget how to post, it's really easy. You just double click and it'll ask you to write a title. If you look back at this assignment and we scroll down, each of these posts have a different title to them. So you can write, for this one, post 1 is equipment. So I could go here and I could write equipment, or if you want, you can write post 1 equipment. Right? Now underneath it right here you can write down all of the information that I'm going to have you complete in this Google Doc right here. So you'll start by answering the questions in the Google Doc, and then when you're done, once you've completed that section, you'll go through and you'll post your information here in Padlet. Now remember, when you're using Padlet you can also add pictures. There's two ways to add pictures. One is to click on that camera button and then do the upload button and drag the photo here. That's what I recommend you do. You can also try to get a link from a website. If you do that, let's say I wanted an American flag. So I'd go to Google, I would search American flag, I'll find one that I like. Let's say I like this image, so I need to right click on it and I need to copy image URL. So once you've copied the image URL, you can take it over to Padlet. I can paste it here, I can hit submit, I can wait and see if the picture comes up, and I can say okay, and there is my picture. For each post I would like you to include the writing along with a picture. If the writing is too much for you to put right here, you can also put the writing on a separate Google Doc and include the link there. But I would prefer you to add it below so we can get sort of like more of a visual journal, which is what we're going for on this project. Now if we go back to the assignment, we'll notice that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different posts that you're going to do on different subjects about Lewis and Clark. So we have the equipment that they took, the members of the Corps of Discovery, the plant and animal life, the Native Americans, the places, and a map, right? You're going to, if you are in PACE, you are going to complete all 6 of these activities and include them on the Padlet site. If you are in the regular US section, you're going to choose 4 of them, right? So you'll just scroll down. Each of them have links, so you'll go to the links and you will do the reading that's attached with them and answer the questions that I gave you. The questions can be written as though you were the one making the decisions. So imagine that you're the person for this first one that is packing the bags, and you're the one who has to make the tough decisions about what to bring and what not to bring. So as you go through this, you'll just click on these different links and you will find out what it's talking about. This one, for example, is talking about the Corps. What I want you to do is to scroll through this section here that comments on the different people involved in the Corps. If you are in PACE, I want you to click on the different privates here, the members of the party, and choose one that you would take with you on the trip. And you're going to tell me a little bit about that person and why you would choose them. If you are in the US history, I will have a separate link for you to click on, and I'll just kind of narrow it down so there's fewer options. So that's what you'll do for that section. Post 3, you'll talk about the plant and animal life, and I have some links that you can click on there. And you'll find out what were some things, some plants and animals that Lewis and Clark discovered on their journey. And you'll write just a little bit about these, and you can imagine that you're the one that discovered them and what you, how you would describe them to people back home in America and what they might be used for. I'll also ask you to click on this link to talk about Native Americans. Now when you go here, the Native Americans are all on the top left-hand side. So as you click through here, this is where you'll find those Native American tribes. So you're going to find out just a little bit about Lewis and Clark's interaction with the different Native Americans and how that went. Then we have places. For places, again, you'll click on the link, but I want you to describe some of these different places that Lewis and Clark went, but I want you to describe them using the 5 themes of geography that we talked about at the beginning of the year. If you forget about the 5 themes of geography, click on this link and it will take you to a Nearpod that we did on the 5 themes of geography back in September. All right. Well, I think that's it. I think you guys can take it from there. Your final project will be all of these Google Docs completed and a link to your Padlet site. When you go to make your Padlet site, make sure that I can access it. The way that you know that I'll be able to do that is if you go over here and you click the Modify This Padlet and you click Privacy click on Address and you can get a link for your Padlet here. Right? If you do that, I should be able to click on it and view your Padlet site. So when you're done with this, you will turn it in. It is due next Tuesday, which is February 2nd. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me throughout the day. All right, guys, good luck. Have fun.